Hana, I call... Just a minute. Hang on. We'll quiet all round. Call on Hana Rawhiti Maipi Clarke.
Tēnā rā koe te whekau tira, tēnā rā tātou e te whare. E tū ana hau ki te waha i ngā kōrero mō te Pāti Māori i te rangi nei. Mō ngā take, nui e pehi ana i ngā whānau o te motu, ara ko te kai. Ara ko te ngā kai roto i ngā kura, e pehi nei o mātou tamariki ki a mātou kaumātua. Nō reira, as an electorate, as a Māori electorate MP, bearing in mind that Māori seats cover up to nearly 6 to 8 general seats, so you could just imagine the long list of various constituent cases that we face. And as a 22-year-old, it's been a bit of a hefty work, but one of the biggest issues that we have heard is the access to food. Not just the cost of living, but the cost of surviving and being able to put food on their plate every meal. From kaumātua, pakeke to tamariki, Māori and non-Māori. Recently, as a party, we have realigned our portfolios that align with real issues of today, and one of my new portfolios is access to food. Now, that may not seem big for other parties, but however, for us, that's one of our biggest priorities. So while some people are currently talking about whether or not our stance and resistance to our country's founding document, where this coalition broke the tikanga of this land by introducing a bill like the Treaty Principles Bill, we'll be focusing our platform and light on the public having access to food. This coalition has made it hard for everyday Kiwis putting food on their table, from lunches, grocery prices, GST. Just over 3 days ago, we saw the survey announcement of more than 500,000 Kiwis accessing food banks every month. Aotearoa has some of the highest kai prices in the OECD. In January alone, our food prices rose from 1.9%. Despite these high prices, our largest 2 supermarket chains have reported record profits in recent years. Foodstuffs reported $52 million in profit in 2023. When I think of school lunches, I have had over 400 responses and the disappointment of, I quote, the delivery of bugs and hair in kai. Kai is frozen, kai is scalding hot, kai is late, kai cannot be identified, and kai is not safe for consumption. From dedicated advocates for children and community principals like Chris Patel at Kopu Arahi School in my electorate of Hauraki, who for the last 45 days at least has continued to scorecard this government's school lunches program. These are the problems, and there are many, but our solutions from my co-leader's members' bill and the GST off kai. Some may think $50 is nothing, but for many of us, that's an extra 2 meals that went on GST. School lunches, this was the original initiative from the Māori Party. To me, introducing the first kai sovereignty policy, which was developed in my work with Ministry of Primary Industries, rolling out a pilot program where low-income communities could grow kai. This pilot program now feeds hundreds of that community all year long. To even in my electorate of Hauraki Waikato. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm quite pohara, but I've actually built pātaka kai in every rohe of my electorate, and we provide kai and female sanitary essentials, and we're having to top this up weekly because that just goes to show the extreme need for it. Even though this does not completely solve kai being at every person's plate at every meal. Oh, okay, so Judith Collins is moaning about me talking about kai and my community and my electorate not being able to have kai, and I've actually provided that out of my personal money to...
Point of order, the Honourable Judith Collins.
Mr. Speaker, for the member to say that I'm complaining about her talking about kai, I'm actually not. I'm concerned with the fact she can't give a speech without having to read the whole thing. What a stupid question. And the last thing we need is for women in this House to be belittling other members of Parliament who are trying to do their job. Just stand up for women when they ask you to.
It is never wise to respond to any interjections in the House. but it is also a rule of the House that generally members don't read speeches unless it's a minister delivering a first reading speech, which may eventually be referred to by those who sit on the bench. But the member will carry on.
I think my time stopped exactly?
You know, that's when...
Nō reira, ko ngaku tino whai take roto I taku rohe o Hauraki Waikato, ko ngā take pēnei te kai. Me te mea no hoki ko ngā supermarket duopoly chains, koera tetehi wahanga tino pai mo tōku iwi, Waikato Tainui, ki te uru atu ki tērā o ngā tērā Pākehī. Nā runga no I te mea, ko ngā ohanga Māori, ko tērā pūtia, I te kei te pūtia o te tahirau, tahirau rua te kauma ono piriona tāra I tēnei wātonu. Nō reira, kei te tino anga mai tēnei ohanga Māori. Me te mea anō hoki, ko toru ki te whātau tōku iwi ake e mahi ana I tēnei momo mahi mo te kai.